Hey everyone, it's Amy Green. Today's October 29th, and today I want to discuss a little bit more about the unemployment and break down the details of what our future is going to look like if things continue going the way they are. You know, we talked yesterday about Cummins laying off 2,000 people before the end of the year. I mean, that's pretty bad in itself, but today we learned that Baxter International, they make hospital products and rental products and things like that. We learned that they're laying off 1,400 workers. 1,400 workers. Gosh, add that to the 2,000, that's 3,400 people that don't have a job. But then also, Bank of America said that they're laying off 100 people just in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, that's 100 people in one area that's getting laid off. You know, what does that say? That one of the biggest banks in the country is laying off all these people just to try and stay afloat. The banks can't even stay afloat. I mean, that's horrible. You know, but on top of that, there's so many people getting laid off that there's a whole website dedicated to job cuts. How bad is that? I think that's pretty bad, but what is even worse is the website dailyjobcuts.com. They also show businesses that are closing. Some of these businesses are ceasing to exist. You know, and a lot of them are these mom and pop stores, you know, stuff like that. But I mean, you have grocery chains like Fresh and Easy. They're closing 97 of their stores. That's 3,000 people out of a job. You know, we learned earlier in the year that Target closed all of their stores in Canada. That's 144 stores. So imagine the amount of people that lost their job then. You know, the rate in which we're losing jobs and stuff, you know, it's just horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying at how fast all of our jobs are going. You know, what's worse, you have these kids that they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college and get a degree so that they can get good paying jobs when they get out. You know, when they get out, there's no jobs to get. You know, what are they going to do? They end up having to move back in with their parents, and they default on their student loans because they can't even get a job at Walmart to pay it. You know, they get depressed, and it leads them to end up getting on medicine for it. You know, they don't have good relationships because who really wants to date someone that still lives with mommy and daddy? You know, in most states, over 50% of the kids graduating from college end up having to move back in with their parents. And it's not their fault. They couldn't get a job if they wanted to right now. Walmart's not even hiring. You know, so all this time we've had a good cycle of the way life goes. You know, we're born, we grow up, we go to college, we get a degree, we get a good job, and then we retire. When you retire, you get a Social Security check. You know, but with less and less people working now, who's paying into Social Security? You know, what's going to happen to all these people that get a check every month when Social Security doesn't exist anymore? You know, and then think about your kids in the future. There's probably not going to be Social Security. So they're going to end up having to work until they die. That's not good. Let me get into a little deeper with that. Let's say you have a kid that graduates from college and he moves back home and has to live with you for a while. Well, you're getting older, so you're not able to do things for yourself anymore. That's okay because you have your kid at home with you. But how are you going to survive when there's no Social Security check coming in and your kid doesn't have a job to help support you? Now on top of that, if your kid doesn't have a job and still lives at home with you, who's going to want to start a life with them? The whole family system breaks down because no more kids will be being born, so humanity will start ceasing to exist. So instead of the cycle we had before, things are breaking down along the way and our future isn't looking too good. You know, so I really don't want to scare you with all this stuff, but this is the truth. Things are really falling apart. And I really hope that all of you can get prepared in time before it all just falls apart and there's nothing left. So thank you for listening today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and just wake up before it's too late. Bye.